Alright, so we're starting our first official day on our Vietnam tour here in Hanoi on a walking food tour. This is our first stop. These alleyways are just so full of detail and awesome street scenes. Crossing the road, that's a bit of a challenge though. One of these concoctions that they love here in Hanoi is egg coffee, egg yolk whipped into coffee. It's thick. And it's delicious. There's a lot of sugar in here too. We've left the hustle and bustle of Hanoi behind. We've made our way to the town of Sapa, very northern part of Vietnam. On our way here, we passed very close by China, the border with China. China! We're now just outside the town of Sapa, hiking up a hill to visit the Hmong people. The light's starting to go, so I'm going to use the last of this light to just address you all. We have just been walking for the last couple of hours through this valley, through this town, into people's homes. Cute kids everywhere. Most of the adults are off at work, so the kids are just running free. The adults are starting to come home as the sun has set, and they're coming back from the fields or the construction jobs. And it has been an amazingly awesome experience. We just spent a few insane hours in the bus. Crazy, gorgeous mountain roads, huge potholes, some four-wheeling, to come to this market. I don't know where we are, but I don't see any other tourists here.
But we sure took a hell of a long time to get here.
We finished up our time here in Sapa, and I don't. This is what happens when things get really exciting. I stop videoing and start taking pictures because that's what I love to do. But I want to share moments with you. And the hike through the remote mountain village, although longer than we thought it was going to be, was just an awesome, awesome experience. I mean, really one of the coolest things I've ever done. Meeting people and smiling and giving them the prints from the Polaroid printer. I mentioned this now a couple of times, and it takes forever to print sometimes. It takes forever to kind of communicate with the printer, and you're left just standing there, and they're left wondering what you're doing because there's very little communication. But then when you hand them a picture of themselves, and some of the younger kids, I feel confident in saying they've never had a picture of themselves. They live out in these remote mountain villages. And sure, they see TV. The marketplace down the street has TV, but their own picture that they can hold of themselves. And the older woman, just that was really a cool experience. We now get on the bus and we head south, back through Hanoi to Halong Bay. And this bus ride up and down this mountain is something else. And this town of Sapa, mentioned it a bunch in my Instagram stories. This is one of the reasons why I feel an urgency to travel now. Things are changing rapidly. This was a small, quiet town a few years ago. And now the amount of construction and build up here is unreal. The number of construction vehicles coming up and down that tiny, twisty, turny mountain road is just crazy to me. And this isn't even their busy season. We're kind of here in their off season. And what this must be like in the summer, and what this is going to be like when a couple of these newer hotels are finished, including one that'll have over 500 rooms, I don't know. So if you can travel now, I'd highly recommend it. Next to this busy highway is this gorgeous farm with brand new baby vegetables and local Vietnamese people planting, watering, and we've got this golden glow from the setting sun, probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half from sunset, but we have a little bit of a haze that's cutting some of the light, and it is an absolutely fantastic scene, and I think I got some really nice pictures. This morning we started with a visit to an oyster farm, which was actually really interesting. It's a cultured oyster farm where they insert a little particle into the oyster and then put it back in the bay for up to a year. Hopefully around that little particle, the oyster will form a pearl. And it's a quite fascinating operation, and to see them open up these oysters and find pearls. It's only a 30% success rate, and we watched them find a bunch of pearls. I wonder if they know the good ones to put there to show the tourists. But anyway, now, here we are at the edge of Halong Bay, about to get on one of these boats. Actually, our boat's over there, but these are more photogenic, all lined up right here, and head out to explore Halong Bay for about the next 24 hours. We'll spend the night on the boat. Idea was a nice sunset, a nice sunrise. You can see that sky. It's pretty just solid gray. But hey, maybe we'll get lucky once we're out there, and we'll see.